Welcome back to the Red Right Hand Podcast. The show that covers each and every episode of the Hickey Liners. My name's Josh, and I can't really move here, or I'll disrupt the picture behind me.
Oh, I don't pay for suits. My suits are on the house, or the house burns down.
Welcome back to the Red Right Hand Podcast, the show that covers each and every episode of the final season of the Peaky Blinders. I'm Josh,
And I'm Curtis.
and we are back for season 6, episode 5, and I don't remember what this one's called.
The Road to Hell.
The Road to Hell. Okay, I just watched this
Yeah.
again too, so
Yeah. The Road to Hell.
yeah, I in the spirit of full disclosure, I need to tell you that I did go ahead and watch the last episode.
What'd you think,
Um,
man?
It was good. I don't want to talk too much about that because we're not there yet, but
Yeah.
it was good. We've missed I guess a week or two here. I wound up getting COVID after 2.5 years of not getting it. I finally managed to get it, so I was down pretty hard.
Oh, for some
Um,
reason, I thought you already had it before. I don't know.
No,
Just,
I
but
didn't
just
have
in
it.
case here, I'm gonna, if this thing will work. Yeah, just in case.
You can put on your mask there.
Just in case. I don't want to take a chance of like some virtual reality COVID virus coming through the microphone and the headphones.
Virtual
here, so.
COVID.
Virtual COVID. Yeah. Anyway.
Um,
But yeah, we missed a couple. Well, we just missed 1 week.
Okay.
Yeah, we've only missed 1 week. So
So while I was down and desperate for stuff to watch, we knocked out like 3 seasons of Stranger Things.
dang. Okay.
Yeah, and several other things. I watched a bunch of movies. I watched. I don't know. Have you ever seen Semi Pro?
Oh, that's one of my favorite Will Ferrell movies.
Well, it's one of those Will Ferrell movies that nobody
It's
knows
one of his
about.
Yeah, it's one of his best ones that nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love it, man. Jackie
It's got,
Moon.
it's got Woody Harrelson, and it's also got Andre 3000.
Yup.
That's like my favorite part of that movie. So
We
like
traded
Andre
him for
3000 is in this movie.
right. We traded him for a washing machine.
Yeah. I looked at I can't remember what team it was. Like I looked at them. So they needed a washing machine. Even though we need ours, I had to pull the trigger on
Got to
this.
pull the trigger, man. Got to pull the trigger.
Yeah. And then what else did I watch? Oh, I watched Catch Me If You Can. That's
Pretty
one of
good
those, yeah, that's one of those movies that like I've seen a million times, but I've never seen from like beginning to end. Like I've always seen like so there were like a couple scenes that like I had never seen before.
right.
But yeah, it's one of those movies like you catch all the time. And I
But always
just
like right in the middle of it. Yeah.
no, or like I'll catch it
Oh.
catch it like right after it starts, like maybe 15
Right.
minutes into the movie. So I never know what happened in the first 15 minutes.
Right. Yep.
Like I know the whole plot and like how it ends and everything. But yeah, there's like a couple scenes that I'd never seen before.
Right.
I can't think of anything else right off the top of my head. I did watch a bunch of Metalocalypse though.
Are they still making new episodes or not?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so.
No, I think the guy who was the creator died, didn't he?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Or maybe the director. I don't know. One of the main guys died.
Wow.
So
Yeesh.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that was after like the 4th season, I think, which kind of sucks because it left the show like in kind of a weird place. They were like building this like storyline, like this whole like prophecy that the band will like stop the end of the world basically. And then all of a sudden it just kind of stops. Like they reveal the main like prophecy and then it's just like over. Yeah. Okay. Although I argue a lot of times that I wish a show would do that. Like I wish they wouldn't decide that a show like that was the problem. Well, there's multiple problems with why this happened in the last season of Game of Thrones, but um the final season, they announced it, they knew it was going to be the last season. The two guys who were the showrunners, they were both about to start work on a Star Wars project, which was Solo, which wasted time, guys. But they were, they knew it was going to be the final season and they were in a rush. So it just turned out awful. And pretty much like there may be like one or two big elements that will be how the books end, but most of the stuff that happened will not even occur like in the books. Like George R. R. Martin stopped supplying them with, or they stopped going 100% off of his material after like season 2 or 3. So everything else is like, he gave them like, the big
information,
yeah,
or plot
like,
points or whatever.
Some stuff that happens to people in the show happens to completely different people in the book, and it's like a major thing. Like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
like a character like this won't have any frame of reference for you, but like there's this character Brienne, and she fights this guy, the Hound, and she basically kills him. Like he survives, but it was like only by chance that he did. He like lost so much blood, like his leg was broken, and they just like kind of like left him out there to die. And then in classic There Will Be Blood fashion, he scooted himself all the way to the nearest town.
Right.
Not really. Somebody found him and like wound up helping him, but that was all I could think about was him pulling himself out of that hole and like scooting. And then it's the wide shot of just like the desert. You're just like, oh, good. Where's the closest town? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. But in the show, like that's how it happens. She gets out of there and like, yeah, she's beat up, but like nothing really happened to her. In the books, she gets like attacked by totally different people. It's this group called the Brave Companions. She gets attacked by them. And they like two of them, I think she winds up killing one of them, but like at the end she gets like a massive chunk like taken out of her neck by one of the guys, and she's like bleeding out, like she like passes out, and that's the end of her story in the book so far.
No.
Yeah,
okay.
Like that fight sequence with the Hound like never happens.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. And the Hound is like a major character, so it's not like they just substituted some other nobody,
Random, yeah.
Yeah, these are like major like milestones in the show. In the show, they killed off like one of the huge main characters and like super quickly. Not early in the show, but quickly in the scene. And he's still alive, like in the books. So yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah. But the original point I was making there before I got off on
I was supposed to say
a crazy tangent.
Is this the Red Right Hand podcast where we should talk about the Peaky Blinders, or is this the everything about Josh's life in the past week or two podcast?
I thought it was the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't like it when a show announces a final season. It like doesn't work out great, And even
I always think about like Seinfeld.
Oh God.
Even though it's just, episode. It was totally different genre. But yeah, I always think about that because we talked about that before. It's like, it's just better not to know going into a season that this is it, because your expectations as a viewer are high, and then like the pressure is really on for like the writers and the directors and the actors. So yeah. Don't if you're gonna people if you're listening and you're directing a show or writing a show, don't go into your final season knowing it's your final season. Just go out whenever.
Yeah, just end on a high note.
Just end on a high note. Even if there are like loose ends, just do it.
That was partially, I don't know, that was why I did and didn't like the season finale of, well, the series finale of Peaky Blinders.
Right.
Because it just
But
leaves you with so many questions, you know?
right. But that's the point though, because they're supposed to do the movie, you know.
Yeah.
So but I was with you too. I was kind of like, no, it's too many loose ends, man. I
Yeah.
need answers now.
And you
So
get like a win at the end too. So it's like you want to know where this goes, you know?
right, exactly. Yep.
But okay. Well, should we head up before we get into this episode?
You got anything else to say about your personal life before I put my hat on? Or
Eh, we might circle back around.
okay, hats on. Let's get it on.
So season 6, episode 5, The Road to Hell. Um, episode starts with Tommy going to, I guess it's a tea house, where Arthur's been getting his opium from. And he comes in there with a stick of dynamite that's fixed to a timer and in a bag. And kind of the summation of that scene is just he's kind of going a different way. Like now that he knows that he's dying, and not only that, I mean, he was trying to do better before. I feel like
Right.
he's always trying to do good, you know. In the early seasons, he was just trying to raise up the people around him, and that was the good, that he did. But as
Yeah.
it goes on, even season 3 or 4, they open that orphanage
Mm. Yeah.
in
Season 3.
Birmingham, yeah, in
Mhm.
Small Heath. Um, so he's trying to clean up, what is it, Mulberry Street?
Yeah.
He's trying to clean up Mulberry Street. It seems like that's where the concentration of opium is in the city. So he just threatens them and tells them that nothing's going to happen to them as long as they no longer sell opium. Like they sell tea and that is it.
Tea, cakes, and cigarettes.
Yeah, tea, cakes, and cigarettes. Um, so when he leaves there, like they think it's just a bluff, but when he leaves, he drops that bag in the water and it goes off like within a couple seconds. Um, and then he tells one of the police that has the or the street closed off for him. That to tell the other shop owners there on Mulberry Street that if anybody's dealing in opium, that he's just going to bulldoze the entire neighborhood there and throw up some of his low income housing that he's super stoked on right now. I feel like we're hearing so much about the low income housing,
Yeah.
like that's his big thing right now.
He's in love with the low income housing.
Yep.
It's his big project.
Yeah. So, oh, I did like though that he gave not by order of the Peaky Blinders, but it was by order of the Birmingham Urban Council or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just thought that was funny. Like it made me laugh the first time I saw the episode.
Oh, yeah. It was good.
Um, then we've got a family meeting. I was gonna say our last family meeting, but I mean, there's one more meeting after this, but not everybody's there.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think this is our last family meeting. But Tommy introduces a couple of the new additions to the family that we have. There's Mary, who is Tommy's wife, Finn's wife.
What episode did you watch?
No, I was thinking of Mary was John's first wife's name.
Did they ever say John's first wife's name?
Yeah, Polly mentions it
Oh, okay.
whenever he's talking to them about wanting to marry Lizzie, because he needs somebody to help him with the kids.
Right.
And he says, ever since Mary died, and Polly says, God takes the best of us, or something like that. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I was like thinking about that. It was like her name was Mary, and then I got confused.
Okay.
Tommy also introduces his son Duke, that we saw last episode.
Yep.
Okay. And he's going to come live with them. Tommy's going to put him to work and get him involved in their business. Yeah, I think right now he's just kind of like, oh, well, I'll do whatever. I think right after that's where him and Arthur are walking, right? And Arthur's like, he's like, you can't write, you can't
read, you can't write. What can you do?
Yeah. And he reveals that he's stolen Arthur's pocket watch from him.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. But we're going to see over the episode that Duke he's a lot like Tommy, especially when it comes to, I mean, that's just kind of their culture, but especially when it comes to the horses and just kind of like that mindset.
Right. So two things. First off, putting him with Arthur at the betting shop. That's when you learn that he can't read or write, because he ends up telling Arthur, "Well, just put him on the board, wiping chalk off, or whatever." And then the whole deal with Lizzie, man, you can tell she's pissed about. I mean, Tommy. I think she kind of feels like Tommy's kind of moving on, but he's not really from Ruby.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. She's just really upset still, and everything is bothering her.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's just Ruby with her. It's like she can tell that something's wrong with Tommy.
Right.
That he's fixated on this endpoint and like nothing else really matters,
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know. A small part of me thinks that she might have put the pieces together and kind of at least suspects, that he might be sick.
True. Yeah. Well, and I think she feels like he's hiding something for sure.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I mean, she talks about it later in this episode about it's like, I know how does she say you're a box ticking. I have like the combinations of safe, but I can't get in there or something. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
But she knows there's information in there. She just can't get to it, and she can't get him to tell her what's going on in his life and so on and so forth. The other thing was, I thought the line when Ada came in at the very beginning of the meeting, I thought that was pretty funny. She said something about, somebody like, I'm late, sorry, because of gas leak on whatever such and such lane or whatever. Of course, she realizes what the deal was. She's like, I just wish, just one time, something that happens in Birmingham wasn't our fault.
Yeah.
So well, I think was a pretty funny quote.
Yeah, Tommy gives her a look or something, and she realizes. So Tommy goes to meet with Linda and basically says that if she'll try to help Arthur, then he'll make a really sizable donation, like 10,000 pounds or something.
Yep.
To I don't know if it's what was it, a charity
It was
or a church group or
well, it was a church mission, I think.
okay. And yeah, she pretty much immediately agrees to that.
Well, yeah, and he asked her straight up, is like, is because she said, you know, I don't have forgiveness in my heart for Arthur Shelby, but God does. And she also told him, God is interested in you also. And he basically just asked her straight up, is like, so is God interested in me or is he interested in my money? Which, not a bad question to ask.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's always had ulterior motives, even before it was like all she really cared about was the money.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Um, and then we've got Tommy meeting with a lot of people this episode.
It's the meeting episode.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to shore up everything going forward,
Right.
like all his because he's kind of leads you to believe he goes to see Hayden Stagg next, and tells him that with everything that they're doing in Boston, he's going to need to move his supply lines from Belfast to
Liverpool.
Yeah, to Liverpool, and have Hayden Stagg basically take care of all that for him. And it kind of made me wonder if that was because he's about to end things with the IRA too,
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's all starting to kind of come to a close.
Yeah.
For sure. So it's a game of chess, man, right now.
Yeah. So he's just kind of moving everything around.
Yeah. So since we're done with Stephen Graham and his he disappeared. Oh, there he goes. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he disappeared for a moment. Yeah. Since we're done with Stephen Graham's 2 scenes for the whole season, what'd you think of his short performance?
I was really disappointed.
I think it was a waste.
I really was hoping he was going to be Jack Nelson.
Yeah, he would have done a better job.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate this guy like as Jack Nelson, but
I don't either. It's just like, I don't know. When he starts speaking, his accent and everything, and his dialect, it just sounds so like forced to me. Like it's almost not real.
Yeah.
Like he's an English or Australian actor trying to speak in a Boston American accent, and he just can't do it.
Yeah.
Or like when an American actor tries to speak with a British accent in a movie. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like there's a character in Boardwalk Empire too that everybody always makes fun of. I can't remember what his name is, but he's got a very like yeah, like it's the 1920s. Yeah. Like yeah, it's really annoying. I mean, that's just kind of like his character, but yeah, it feels like too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I would have liked to see him in something better. I mean, we had him in an episode where he talks with Arthur about his addiction, and then in the next like episode, I mean, he has a total of like not even probably 10 minutes on screen.
Yeah. Not long at all.
Yeah. So I don't know. That kind of felt like a waste. I don't have a whole lot of gripes with this last season, but that felt like a waste.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I guess if you look at it more like kind of like a cameo, rather than like an actual role, I guess it's okay.
Right. But at the same time, it's like, again, it's like you're talking about a guy like Stephen Graham, who's a great actor, It
just feels, feels wasted on it.
Yeah. It just feels like it was
could have been
wasted.
somebody else.
I feel like he did a good job in the role that he was given in the 10 minutes that he was given, the 2 scenes. But again, I just feel like it was wasted and he could have been used for something bigger. Like you said, like a Jack Nelson. They should have made him Hitler.
Jack Nelson's Hitler.
No. I mean, should have made Stephen Graham Hitler.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That would have been weird. Yeah, so Stag agrees and they're gonna start moving all their stuff through Liverpool, which is better. I mean, it's right there.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Why wouldn't you do that in the first place?
I mean, maybe they couldn't shore it up there. Like maybe whoever was in charge before him, or like
Maybe.
maybe they just couldn't make it work. um, Finn goes to talk to Arthur about a ref they're having problems with. He's the only one who won't comply with them and take the money. Um, yeah,
And then there's Billy.
yeah. I don't know. I'm so sick of looking at him, and like
Yeah.
knowing what I know next episode. I'm like, I can't believe that shit.
Dude, his character is such a wuss.
Yeah, I hate his character, but I also can't believe like Finn.
What are you
Like,
gonna do?
what the fuck?
Yeah. Changing of the guard.
Yeah, definitely for the best though. Like, I mean, I don't think that Finn would have like
No.
run things right, and
No, I don't think so either, man.
like he's different. He wasn't like Tommy, Arthur, and John, like they were all in the war together.
Mhm.
And yeah,
And
Finn was
he flat
just a
out
little
told him that
kid.
in the last season. It's like, I'm not you guys. Well, actually, you know what? He said that since John died. He told that to Arthur. I'm not you guys. I can't do the same thing you guys have done because I haven't been through some of the things you guys have been through either.
Yeah.
And then in last season, he flat out told Arthur and Tommy that he just feels like he has no place.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Um yeah, and Arthur just wants them to bring the ref to him.
Yeah.
This thing, yeah, we just got more of Tommy and Lizzie. You can just see how like Ruby's death has like really put a separation between them. And how they're just drifting apart. Lizzie says that Tommy's got a list of regrets and she's at the very top of that list. And he says that that's true, but it's true because he regrets having ever like brought her into this life,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's just kind of taking account of everything right now and just kind of leaving it all on the table with everybody, just telling everybody the truth, about
Right. Yeah.
how he feels. So we've got Arthur. We've got Arthur interrogating the ref, and we find out that he was also a soldier in France.
Yeah.
So this is not going to work on him. They're not going to be able to scare him into doing this. So Arthur decides that they're going to have to kill him. Well, he brings in, it's Arthur, Finn, Isaiah, Billy, and he brings Duke in there too, because he wants him to see like this side of their business,
Yeah.
And Arthur makes Billy kill him. Why did we end up with multiple garrotes in this episode?
Multiple what?
It's a garrote.
Is that the deal?
Thing that,
okay.
yeah,
I didn't know that's what that called.
Yeah, it's like piano wire on two corks.
I don't know, man. Because I wondered the same thing too. I was like, what? Back-to-back scenes? What?
Yeah. Because I don't think there's any way he knew about Billy doing that,
About doing what?
Killing the ref.
Oh, you're saying you don't think Jack Nelson knew?
Yeah.
Oh, no, probably not.
Yeah. It just seemed like weird that like back to back,
Yeah.
They're getting popular. This must be a
I was
time they're
like,
getting real popular.
It was a popular item, so
Yeah. So Billy kills the ref, and yeah, Duke is not a fan of that, so he gets out of there. And at first you're kind of like, oh well, Duke's not going to be able to handle like this side of their business, if
yeah.
he can't deal with that or he's not cool with that. But later on, we do find out that like he has no problem killing people. It just needs to be justified to him. Like he needs to know that they deserve it.
Right. Yep.
So and then yeah, immediately the very next scene is Billy like at that like bathhouse or whatever.
Butt
And,
naked.
Yeah. And no, he's got a towel on. He's got a towel on.
They will be butt naked. Soon to be.
Yeah. He's in there. He's just not having a good time after killing this ref. And Arthur, or what is it? Not Arthur.
Tater.
Jack Nelson comes in and rips the towel off him and wraps a garrote around his junk. And I get what, like, I get why, and I get like the point he's trying to press upon him. But this was a difficult scene to watch.
Yeah, made me squirm.
Yeah, like that. That was a tough one. Yeah, didn't enjoy that. But he's telling Billy that basically that they're going to kill him if he doesn't, like, they're going to make a move on Tommy. And
they know he's the informant.
Yeah.
In the Shelby organization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because they're in contact like with the IRA and stuff, now. And he tells him that they're going to kill him if he doesn't provide information on, I guess, is it just Arthur's location?
Yeah, because he said they've already taken a vote of how to get rid of Tommy.
Yeah.
And then, so they just need to do the deed on Arthur, which is where Billy comes into play. He's going to give him information about a whereabouts.
Yeah. Then we just got a short little scene of Linda and Arthur. She goes to find him at the end of that night, and she just sits down and prays with him. That's literally the entire scene. That's it.
The Act of Contrition, Part 2.
I think it's Part 3, wasn't it?
No, Part 2.
Part 2. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So then Charlie brings Duke to Tommy and says that he caught him.
Uncle Charlie, by the way. When you said that, I was thinking Little Charlie.
Little Charlie. He was
Little
like, Charlie. Get over here.
Dad, do the Charlie voice.
Dad, Duke's been stealing.
Tattletale.
Yeah, and what was the deal? He
was caught trying to steal a horse. He also had money from
I know it was a car, wasn't it?
Or a car. Was it a car?
Yeah, it was a car.
Maybe it was a car. Okay. And but he also had money from the safe, from Tommy's safe.
Okay.
From the shop.
Yeah.
To which Tommy tells him, you can steal whatever you like, but don't steal from me. I got one rule and one rule only.
Yeah. Don't steal from us.
Steal from me. Yeah.
And then Tommy's just gonna let him roam, basically.
Well, he tells Tommy he's like he doesn't like what he was doing. He hated the shop. He, obviously he hated what happened with the referee and everything. He doesn't like it. But he tells Tommy, and this is where we see some similarities, I feel like, is between Tommy and Duke, is that he doesn't like people. They piss him off. And this is also where Duke gets some hard truth about his background and his mom and all that different stuff, which is the story that I've told you several times in episodes past about why he or the watch. It says Duke of Saxon Shore and all that stuff. So I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Oh, I just said yeah.
Yes.
Um, and then after talking with him for a while, he finally convinces Duke kind of to stay. He's going to let him work there at Charlie's yard with the horses, and he can just kind of do what he wants there. But he does need someone to run his business when he's gone. And that's when he tells him, because Duke says, well, you already have a son. And he says, there's two sides to my business. There's light and dark, and I need someone for each. And yeah, that's when we get the line, dark knows dark.
Yeah.
So then Tommy goes to meet with Diana. He tells Charlie to get the boat ready because he's got a meeting in Silo. I can't remember what it was, like Silahu or Silla. I can't remember what the place is called. It's a weird name.
Okay.
But he's just going down river. And he's going to meet with Lady Diana to talk to her about is this her ex-husband was Brian Guinness?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's trying to get money for, what is it?
Low income housing.
More low income housing. That's his big push right now. So he's trying to get funding for that. He takes her or he has her meet him at the place where he's planning on building it.
Right.
And kind of her caveat to helping him out with this is that they bang. Which I feel like we all knew was coming. I feel like I said something about this like in the first couple episodes.
What? They banged?
Yeah, because just like the way she's always looking at him, I'm like, at some point she's gonna
there's no way they're gonna bang
that he has to take, if he wants to.
It's like The Godfather.
Yeah.
Make an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got these goals. He could refuse it, but he also thinks he's dying. And he also he's just trying to get this stuff done by any means necessary.
He's like, am I really going to pass up sex before I die?
I don't think that is his mindset. I think it's about getting the money for the housing.
This could be the last time.
I don't think so.
Oh boy. No, you're right. Everything has a purpose. I mean, think about what he did with Jesse Eden. Yeah. He slept with her just to get her vote, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And not good things, but they're all for, his greater good.
Right. It's always part of the plan to push further the agenda that he has. Whatever that agenda may be. But then for some reason, he just wanted to have sex with Grace. I don't know why. I mean, what?
You hate Grace so much. I didn't really think she was like as attractive in the third season, but I do think she's pretty attractive in the first season.
She's attractive in the first season. I don't know. There's just points about her character. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then after that, Tommy, he leaves and he goes to get on the boat. And that's when we start seeing him having one of his episodes that he was having the first couple episodes of the season.
Episodes
right?
within episodes?
Episodes within episodes. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Uh,
You're right.
and this one was pretty brutal, but where he goes to step down into the lower part of the boat, and it's like he's stepped into the tunnels, and he walks over to this puddle and then falls through it. When he falls through it, he comes out the other side in his bathtub at the house. So
Mhm.
I imagine he got home by boat, and then I don't know what happened after that. I guess went in there and like fell in the bathtub. I don't know.
Does anybody really know?
Yeah. But when he gets out of the bathtub, there is the pile of bodies that they've spoke of before,
Mhm. In every
Um,
room, you carry him.
yeah. And he comes out of the tub, and all over the floor in the bathroom, just piled up, are the bodies of soldiers, and it looked like there were some civilians in there too.
Yep. Yep.
So it's just all the minis killed. And then we see him on the stairs in his house, with the first drink we've seen him have this season.
Mm, no?
No?
Didn't he take a drink when yeah, he took a drink in the cellar with Arthur.
Oh yeah, he did. But it was just
Mhm.
like it was like a tiny bit, and wasn't it like wine?
Oh, so it doesn't count. Okay.
I mean, this is him like clearly throwing back like whiskey.
Yeah. I felt like he I feel like he drank whiskey in another episode before though, when things were getting pretty rough. Maybe not. I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Maybe not.
And then we get the Polly flashback, which I wish we could have just gotten this and not had the echoing line the entire season.
Yeah.
But we get the scene where it would have been last season where Polly, or
It was the
Michael
last scene she
tells,
was in.
yeah, where Michael tells Polly what he and Gina's plans are. This is
Mm.
before he confronts Tommy about everything, about them taking over, basically.
Yeah.
And she does a thing, and she cuts his hand and puts his blood in a bowl of water, and then is like reading signs from that, I guess. And I don't know, the look on her face made me feel like she knew Michael, it would be Michael.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and then of course we get that line again. Um,
I've stuck my head through the window. That line?
yeah. And then Tommy and Lizzie are getting ready. They're talking about Jack Nelson. Jack Nelson's going to stay with them on his way from one place to another, basically. So he's going to be staying at their house for a night. And really, the only thing about that scene is just Lizzie telling Tommy, she's like, I feel like I'm waiting, like you're a bomb. Like I'm waiting, like the ticking stopped, and I'm waiting for the bomb to go off.
Yep.
And I think even now, like more so than before, because he hooked up with Lady Diana, she can tell, that he's really not doing okay.
Right.
Yeah. And then the Jack Nelson dinner. Not a whole lot of note there. It's just Jack Nelson being drunk and like ranting about, you know, the things he believes in or the things that he feels. And, just talking about like money's nothing. Money can be found in the mud, like
Right.
he's just like talking about power. Um, And yeah, this is just like, I don't know, this is a tough scene to watch because like the whole scene, because Jack Nelson's there, then Mosley and Lady Diana show up, and I don't really know what the purpose of that is. Like they say it's to see off Jack Nelson, but I also just kind of feel like they showed up to like stir up some shit,
Well,
because
yeah, because then she drops the whole note about basically she slept with Tommy,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. And I can't help but wonder if that's like the main reason,
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
like why they came by.
Because I think they're slowly trying to tear down everything that he's got,
Yeah,
you know. So
yeah. And then oh yeah, that's what I was saying. The scene's just hard to watch because the whole time you can tell that Tommy just wants to like kill everybody at the table. Like he
yep.
hates these people to their core. Like their values are like so horrible and like completely opposite of his that he's just like really struggling with it.
Yeah.
But they drop the bomb and Lizzie storms out. Um, and that's when they kind of come back to the conversation again too of that he's going to need a different wife. Like they've told him that several times that she's not basically high society like they are. She's not in their eyes a respectable person.
Right. Which
So
is
they,
weird if you think about their backgrounds.
yeah, but I don't know. That's just like how it is. It's
No, I
like,
know. I know it is. I know. I'm just saying it's just like really
yeah,
kettle
it's like,
calling the kettle black there.
yeah, that's like Tommy said before. Like we may have their money and we may dress like them and like all this stuff. We have all the same things, but they will never let us be one of them.
Right.
So yeah, it's just like a very like imperialist type attitude,
Mhm.
or
Yep.
elitist. And then the final scene of the episode
Oh god.
is Michael in the prison.
Please, Michael, I've forgotten. What is your plan for the rest of the season?
Yeah, he's a freaking broken record. And he's been
Yeah.
stuck. I love how like he was out in the first episode and then the entire like rest of the time he's been in jail. And so he's only out of jail for the first and sixth episodes of the
Right.
season, like the first and last.
Probably for the best. If
Yeah.
he, especially if he's just going to
He's
walk
so
around
annoying.
free saying the same line over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
So,
No, he's so annoying. Um, and Jack Nelson sent a priest there to be the go-between and tells Michael that he's got a question for him. And if he answers yes, then he'll leave. If he answers no, then he's going to stay. And um, yeah, he says that he's consulted with his mother and that he still plans on killing Tommy. So they're going to let him, they're going to get him out of jail. And then the last episode is like an hour and a half long. I was glad it was a
yeah.
longer episode, but
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Had some good scenes in it.
yeah. All right. Any final thoughts on that?
No, I don't think so, man. I'm ready for this final episode.
Yep.
So,
Final episode and the inevitable spin-offs and movies to come.
yes, eventually, soon, maybe.
Are we doing a tiny sode for this season?
Yeah, I've got one planned.
Okay. What's it about?
I can't tell you.
What?
Yeah.
Come on, the people want to know. Those are always our most listened to episodes.
Well, one of the things is we'll just probably talk about, the series, maybe talk about, some of our favorite moments, different stuff like that. But I've got a special treat. So make sure you tune into that final tiny sode. Was it number 6? I guess it'd be
Yep.
number 6, wouldn't it be? Yep.
Tiny Sode 6.
Yeah. So make sure you come back for that one. It's gonna be the best one yet, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. But yeah, more or less just kind of a recap of the series and what we have to look forward to in the future and such. So
Sweet.
yeah.
Okay. Well, we will be back next week for season 6, episode 6, the final episode.
Bring your Kleenex, people. It's gonna be sad.
Yeah. There's a lot to go over in that episode. So we'll try to keep it concise, but it's
3
probably
hours.
going to be it's probably going to be one of the longer ones.
Yeah.
So
I think our longest episode was the very first episode, and it was like 1 hour and 34 minutes. So let's try to beat that, people. Yeah.
Yeah. So until next week, you want to make sure that you guys go over, if you're not already watching us on YouTube here at Is Survived by Productions, the Red Right Hand podcast, then make sure you go over there and give us a follow and a like and throw a comment in there for us if you're enjoying the show. Also make sure that you follow us over on Twitter at Red Right Hand PO1. You can follow me. Oh, yep, it's down there. You can follow me on my personal, which is down at the bottom here, at Joshua Lynn Gary. And then I don't know, at some point we might get back to trying to do some Twitch stuff, but I just have not had any time. Yeah, I've just not had the time.
The year-long promise, people. make sure you go to Twitch, man. Look up GhostLad676 because that year-long wait is coming to an end, people. It's coming to an end, okay?
Coming to an end.
For those who have been patient, your reward will be great.
Yeah. Maybe I'll pick up the game. Did I tell you there was a game?
What, Twitch game?
No, there's
no, Peaky Blinders? Yeah, you should do that.
Game.
Yeah,
it just
I think I was the one that told you about it.
It looks so dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I might. It's just not available like for digital download. Like you got to buy a physical copy. It's just one of those games. It's like it was not popular. Like I've never been able to find it in a search like on the Xbox store or anything. So
yeah,
but I know it's out there. Cool. Oh, and then so after we're done with Peaky Blinders here, obviously we'll be revisiting this show every now and again with some stuff that comes out, news that might come out, stuff for a spinoff or a movie. We might do some stuff, go through the film companion stuff that I've got up there, or the show companion that I've got. So there'll still be some stuff from this podcast after the next 2 weeks. But they'll just be probably fewer and further between. Yeah. But you guys want to make sure that you go follow us over on Red Right Hand Podcast, because that's where we'll continue to post news about some other stuff that we're doing there. And then also on our YouTube, that's where you'll be seeing trailers come out for a couple of the new shows that we're going to be doing. The History of Cores, which is going to cover just the history of a bunch of different genres of music, mostly the cores, the core genres.
Oh, no rap? Oh, dang.
Probably not. Maybe, maybe I'll throw one in there, and in honor of Andre 3000, we'll do an Outcast episode. But we've also got coming up in the next few weeks. I guess we're probably about a month out from it, actually.
Wow. Yeah, it's August 21st is the first air date.
Okay. We'll be doing a show on House of the Dragon. Still working on a title for that, so we don't have anything put up for that yet. I want it to be
Dragon
clever.
House.
I want it to be clever. Dragon House, like
Dragon
Roadhouse
House.
or Animal House.
Exactly.
Okay. So in that one, we'll be watching through the new Song of Ice and Fire show, House of the Dragon, which is going to cover the Targaryen Civil War and the stuff kind of leading up to that. And we'll be putting out a trailer for a reaction.
Just like all of that is like, yep, yeah. What? I don't know any of that. Okay, I don't even know who those people are.
No idea.
If you ask me what House of the Dragons is, just first impression, I would just assume that there's a house and maybe there's some dragons in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, trailer reaction. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll be doing a trailer reaction for that, and it'll be up on our YouTube. It is Survive by Productions. Cool. You got anything else?
Nope.
Awesome. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.